Yo, and everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope everyone's having an amazing day, night, afternoon, wherever you're from. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. I'm really excited. Okay, so last off, we made it to Miami. So, just for a quick view, this is how far we've come. Started all the way in Maine. Started all the way up here. But no, I gotta get all the way across America. And in doing so, I think my main objective, or my plan will be, since I'm in Florida right now, what I'll probably do is make my way up through Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, stop off over like around this area, Ohio, Michigan, and then Illinois to Indiana, and then kind of moving around to Missouri, and then yeah, see where it goes from there. But no, I really think this game is a masterpiece in my opinion. I absolutely love, and I mean love with a passion, the music, man. Like, it is, ooh.
When the night come down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale, my vagrant song. Yeah, this will be my tale, my vagrant song.
You emerge from the underbrush and find yourself at the edge of a field. A farmhouse sits at the other end. Close by, a large family is tending to the plants together. They pause and regard you, almost nervously. "Hello there?" the grandmother asks. The family is almost too nice to you. When you ask for water, they don't even let you walk to the pump by the house. A child runs back to the shed for a folding chair, and they serve you lemonade in a glass among the lettuce heads. Halfway through your glass, you notice someone moving furtively down by the house. The cuffs of his white shirt are stained red. The father sees your look and shifts to block your view. His eyes are bright, and his teeth are bared in something like worry. "How do you like your lemonade?" His wife arrives with a bag full of sandwiches for you, and the whole family ushers you back into the woods, waving, wishing you well. You take one look back over your shoulder. The man by the wall is gone.
Oh,
Said you don't need that pain, child. But how about something you can use?
First tree in a mile, and it's a stout myrtle with bald branches. No relief from the sun out here. Leaves would help. Someone hadn't replaced them all with dusty glass bottles. You cool down in the shade. The breeze blows through the bottles, making a series of heavy, hollow sounds. You think about wind chimes and the smell of fresh pies on windowsills. The dense sound of many conversations cuts your nap short. There's no one around. Not until you look up at the bottles. They're filled with bright blue orbs, and words echo from them. None seem to notice your presence.
Can't get enough. Porcelain, chrome, the rusty ones. Gotta turn those sleek faucets. Ever find me in a hardware store, I'm gonna haunt it till the cows come home.
Laughter rumbles inside neighboring bottles.
I need this old sucker blues. Going down to the river.
man, no, one thing that is very interesting about this game is the fact that you have to listen to the stories, and every time they're told, they keep on growing. I think that is absolutely awesome. A great aspect, honestly.
You rest in a field where a well-dressed stranger talks your ear off on all manner of subjects. The weather, fireflies in summer, how combine harvesters work. After a while, the mood shifts.
Heard my death bones this morning. Death bones. Heard 'em rattle like clank, clink, clank. More startling than wind chimes in a tornado.
He plucks dry grass and chews on a piece.
Ain't much time left now. Not much. Sent him a letter. Mostly apologies. Bothered the postwoman a lot about how to spell this and that. Ain't that bad.
He seems to perk up some.
I did right by most folks. Sure was good to meet you.
The man pauses, rubs his chin in contemplation.
Don't let the bedbugs bite.
He walks off slow. After his silhouette becomes small in the horizon, but before he vanishes, you see him collapse to the ground.
Oh, damn. Damn, that's fucked up.
Tear it down. We gonna drive the hurting hearted out with a wild and righteous sound when they try to throw a wall up.
Damn, I didn't do
We
nothing.
gonna tear it down. We gonna tear it down.
I think that's fire off in the distance up there. Yeah, let's see what's in Tallahassee. It's way too late to go back to Florida. No, No resting spots for a minute now. A car crammed with well-dressed vacationers pulls up to the gas pump. Fill me up, will ya? The driver draws a thickly transatlantic effect. You oblige, he tips pretty well, then roars off down the road. Fine leather bags bouncing and rattling on the roof.
The soldier sits in the dirt with his legs splayed out, like a child would sit. Beneath the tattered fabric of his antique uniform, several open wounds fester in the hot sun.
Lend a hand, traveler?
You kneel in front of the soldier. His body is marked with bullet holes, along with deeper wounds that could be from knives or bayonets. Maggots squirm inside the raw, red flesh.
About time I earned an amputation. You seen any bluebellies around?
The soldier leans in, uncomfortably close to inspect your features. Were his pupils solid white before now? He tilts his head, narrows his eyes, sniffs you.
What are you, stranger?
A shadow falls on the soldier's face.
You damn Yankee?
He pulls you in by the wrist and drives a bowie knife into your gut. As the blade bites your flesh, the soldier stares into your eyes, his body dispersing into the wind like a cloud of dandelion seeds.
Whoa, that's some mystical shit right there. Okay, I need some sleep, and I also need some heals, okay. Fun. Yeah, I'll probably hit back up that little section right there after I get done talking to the pastor. Then I'll head up the city. Yeah. Let's go to Tallahassee.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground.
These fellows are lounging in the front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Hey, one calls, waving you down. Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay? And you tell us if it's bullshit or not. Rick, a credulous seaman fella, starts telling you a story about the trickster who lures humans with magic stones. You realize it's the story of the girl with the strange stones, but changed in a few major ways. So it's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real. Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Exclaims the man that waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I've ever met. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you.
Cold and empty, they're the ones.
Electric lamps stipple the cotton field before you with an orange light, moving like a group of lethargic fireflies. From the field, the voices of the workers reach you in a soulful, united song. You're gently lulled to sleep as the song floats over you. Hello, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. Hello, Lordy, pick a bale a day. You're pulled out of your slumber by a woman's pained scream and a collection of shouts rising from the field. The woman's screams taper off, soon replaced by the raw cries of an infant. Applause briefly fills the night, eventually fading back into song. Oh, Lordy, you wake up to the gentle crescendo of the worker's song, unsure if it ever ceased at all. The cave is really a man-made hole breaching into an earthen mound. The man, khakis dirtied by kneeling on the rough earth, has assembled a macabre little pile of skulls to the side.
Readying these for sale, friend.
He wipes his hands on his pants.
This pile of skulls, clearly claimed from his enemies by an Indian chieftain, would be perfect for any cabinet of curiosities or sideshow attraction. Why, these skulls belong to no one. They're just here, lying under this mound, waiting for an enterprising soul to make something of them. Isn't this what America's all about?
Little sunlight reaches that deep in, but you can still see the skeletal remains, their heads carelessly removed, laying neatly in their excavated resting places, each one lovingly surrounded by stone effigies, earthenware, and copper plates in the shape of winged warriors. You pause and consider this small man, greedily arranging someone's remains as though they were a trinket for a mantelpiece. It's crude and ridiculous, but he's a crude and ridiculous man. You have him run off the mound, sworn never to tell of what he's seen, for fear of monsters and ghosts. It's a small thing, but a kindness you hope.
And when
Let's go, being the hero.
cold and empty,
Hang on, where's the closest town?
I'm gonna cast my
Okay, yeah, I'm still. Okay, I just keep heading straight up.
by and by. I'll see them far and long.
Hopefully I can make it in time.
When the night comes down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale of a grand song. Yeah, this will be my tale, my vagrant song.
lightning starts in the next valley over. Then the wind picks up. The long grass hisses, and suddenly it's raining so hard you can barely breathe without a hand over your mouth. The lightning momentarily illuminates a farmhouse on the opposite hilltop, the only one for miles. Much closer, though, is a silhouette of a dilapidated barn. You pound and pound on the door of the house, but you only get confused shouts from inside. Soon, you give up and head to the unlocked shed, where the empty wood bin makes a good enough bed. In the morning, you're woken suddenly by the sound of clattering china. A tiny old woman bends over you, silently offering you coffee. She serves you half the pot before she lets you get up and leave for the morning.
Ooh, coffee.
I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low and my trains run out of track, won't be no one else to
Okay, yeah, I'm actually ahead of schedule. Okay, so yeah, I'll cut through Tennessee, Kentucky, make my way over to West Virginia, then Ohio. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
set the wind and the sea.
Atlanta's suffering, you can tell. Even before this depression got started, crops were failing and farms were closing. Now everyone's looking desperate.
Well, I'm gonna cast my stones o'er the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far and long.
You find yourself in a poker game on the third floor of the Weinkauf Hotel. Sometimes these things just happen. The man with the burned face to your left, he never gave his name, growls at the smiling man seated on your right. You ain't got the stomach. I killed men for lessons in that pot. Smiler plays on and takes the hand. The burned man bares his teeth. This hand comes down to the burned man and Smiler. Walk away, boy, says the burned man. Smiler drops his grin. I ain't your boy, Roy. Roy's eye twitches. Smiler outplays Roy again, and a new hand comes around.
Oh shit, it's happening for real.
You've got an okay hand. Not a world beater, but not nothing.
Yeah, let me play cautiously. I need to have enough for a train.
You play your hand well
Nice.
and push Smiler into folding. You scrape a good number of chips into your pile. Roy's preoccupied and has to be nudged into dealing. You finally hit a decent hand. Roy is still staring at Smiler. What'd you say your name was?
I didn't, but it's Jackson.
Jackson, repeats Roy. I knew a Jackson once. There's a fierce look in Roy's eye. You played it just right. You take the hand and the lion's share of the chips on the table.
Nice.
Smiler cusses. Roy cashes out and slips away. You play a few more rounds, but that hand practically sewed up the game. As you leave the hotel, you smell smoke. You cross the street and look up. Flames have engulfed the third floor, where you played the game. The fire spreads hungrily. People are leaning out of windows on the floors above, but you can't see any way to help.
Damn, those fucking psychos. Fire after a poker game. Damn. You wandered the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Doors close in your face one by one, like giant dominoes. Boom, boom, boom. Bad luck today, or is it something else? You don't have much to change your outfit with, but you rearrange your various layers and tip your hat at a spunky angle. And the next place, boom. Yikes. That one was even more empathetic than the others.
The woman finds you as you wander the streets. "Come with me, child," she says, looking you up and down. "We're going to church." You follow her to a simple clapboard building. There's no steeple, but a cross is painted on one side. Inside, you sit for what seems like years as the preacher drones on about the various virtues expected of his faith. Brevity is not among them, apparently.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to travel here, so if I go go to Tennessee after stopping right around Mississippi on the border, make my way up, actually, no, I'm not going to the border. I'll do that on my way down.
You pass a meadow where migrants have made a campsite. It's been trampled to pieces. A few families are fleeing, running as fast as they can back up to the roadside. An enormous bull stretches himself beside some of their squashed supplies. The bull locks an eye with you and blinks long and slow. The closest thing to a cow thread you've seen in your life. You leave him as spoils.
bartender what that story was about.
Down, yes, I need this old sucker blue.
Preacher watches you with an odd look, suspicion, pity. He beckons you into the church and starts counting cash out of the donation box. Hush, he says, trying to silence your thanks. He piles the coin in your hand. You look like you need it more than we do. Man, I made my money back and then some.
Down to the river, gonna cleanse my soul. Going down to the river,
Yeah, I might camp out in
cleanse my soul.
Oh, there's a campfire.
Oh, that girl.
A bus roars up on the road behind you and slows to a crawl at your side. Inside, you can barely see people moving, dancing, swaying. Strings of lights, strange smoke.
Want a ride?
The driver calls. Before you can open your mouth, a huge hairy hand like an animal's paw lands heavy on her shoulder. Not this one, a voice growls, so deep it vibrates your rib cage. The driver shrugs and leaves you in a cloud of perfumed exhaust.
Just walk on by. Oh, yeah.
Here's a derelict school building, shutters nailed shut, wind-drifted dunes piled against the walls, broken desks lined up in the basketball court. While you rest on the front porch, the doors open, and someone gives a startled yelp. He's an older man, tidy and unshaven, carrying a toolbox in one hand and brandishing a broom in the other. "Don't squat here," he growls. "We're not abandoned." He gives you a hard look, but relents and joins you in the shade. "I used to teach here," he says, staring off across the baseball diamond. "Now they just pay me to keep the roof up."
We gonna tear it down.
Damn, the whole janitor story. Those are always the best.
Two brothers stroll up to you in the street, wearing identical scowls and identical steel-toed boots. One spits in front of you. "Don't stay in town overnight," the other says. "No vagrants after dark." There's no shelter to find on the road, and the night is cold and windy. You doze fitfully under a bush, but at least you're in one piece come morning.
Damn, I lost some health. No, it's fine. I can recover in Nashville. Ooh, I'm about to go to the Midwest. Oh,
I wanted to be the best blues singer in the world. By God, I was. I was born a poor girl in Memphis, Tennessee. No father, he run out. No mama either. She was there, but she weren't there really. All alone but for my Uncle Richard, my baby brother Marcus. All alone but for the guitar. I'm in the mood for a good, hopeful story. You got any?
oh, do I ever. Okay, what's a good one? What's a good one? Yeah, why not? Actually, yeah, why not? Hopefully I did good.
Just don't get that one, I'm afraid.
Oh, damn.
Joy. One thing that brought me joy. My Uncle Richard. Ooh, he plucked those strings like Jesus himself was in his body. Nothing in the world like that sound. Ooh, how about a story about the dark and scary things in the world?
Oh, I got this. Dark and scary, dark and scary. I think this one might be the way to go. Could be wrong.
Oh, that's a scary one. Yeah, I heard stories about fate. Man, he told me with my voice and my songs, I was gonna be a star. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Oh, I got a good one. I got a good one. Weird out. Okay, tragedy. I could tell the story of Mason, actually. Yeah. I feel like that one's appropriate.
Oh, now that pain. I wasn't one to accept death. To live beside it, that wasn't my way. I told myself I was running away to take care of my brother Marcus. But I was just running. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Oh, even more tragedy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think I might go with Watching for Death.
That's like a song, pretty and sad. Talking about getting trapped. Sometimes I hated him. I hated that he was my only tie to Memphis, that getting Marcus fed was why I had to stay. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Even more tragedy. Shit, I actually don't know. Oh man, I think I don't have any more tragedies. That's the thing. I mean, I guess this one, maybe.
Trying to scare me. But I don't care for that one.
Well, I tried.
Some folks got choices. I was choosing between having nothing and having something. I didn't know it was a devil's bargain then. Sun is up. One more night gone. I need to be going. If you want to hear more about the deal I made, you can look for me up the road this way.
Ooh.
I was about 25 when I left my first record contract. No more richer than I was before.
Well, alrighty then.
Those men took me around like a freak show. Me and my guitar, my sad songs. I didn't know what to do once I was free again. Alone, drinking my sorrows. And that's where the devil found me.
Okay, so I'm probably going to end stream once I get to Michigan. It was a long day at work, but Wednesday got the whole day off, so expect a long stream then. Man, this full-time job's kicking my ass, not gonna lie. But the money. Nashville. This is a tired city, but things are changing, locals say. For instance, the local full-size replica of the Patreon, God, I can't, me no good English, was recently rebuilt. Huh? You mosey down that way for a look. Yeah, let me go with some hot chicken. Then,
From the windows of the store, you can hear a radio, turned all the way up, tuned to the Grand Ole Opry show being played across town. Two young girls sit outside listening to the music. Suddenly, it cuts off, and they howl in protest. Despite their obvious vexation, neither of the girls seems inclined to enter the store to see why the broadcast ceased. They seem to be preparing to leave on their bikes. When you approach, one says,
Don't bother. Always stops exactly this time, every week.
The other one matter-of-factly says,
That's when he died.
and before you can ask anything else, they've ridden away. The window is so grimy you can barely see through the glass, but it's obvious there's nothing to see anyway. It's dark and empty. There's certainly no radio, nor any people. Just a lot of sad dust, marked where the furniture used to stand. Old memories, carted away.
Oh shit, that's some creepy ass mystical shit right there. Maybe I'll panhandle, yeah. Everyone here's a tight ass snob. I'll get money.
On my way back, I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my.
Did the music change? Oh my god, it did. Oh, that is awesome.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground.
Okay, let's see.
'Cause
Where am I at?
when that ferryman comes for to tally up my worth,
Alright, yeah, I'll cross more,
much to find
more onwards.
and
Actually, yeah, let me cross right here. Oh, story time.
well, I'm gonna have my spade up upon my reed back. I'm gonna keep
Wonder what story it's gonna be this time.
in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low and my trains run out of track, won't be no one.
The car is a lifeline, your one hope to escape the encroaching storm. It rattles along a few yards ahead of the storm front, jouncing and juddering, one pothole away from being swallowed by the choking dust. A figure clings to support straps mounted on the back. You grab the straps and haul yourself up.
Oh,
Shouts the woman on the back.
a fellow observer.
She's wrapped in a scarf and aviation goggles, juggling a pen and a notebook while hanging onto the unsteady car. The dust scours your face and rips at your clothes.
We're not done with our observations.
She threads one arm through the straps and makes another attempt to write, but it comes out illegible.
Blast it. Get inside and take dictation, will you?
You clamber through the open back window, and she hands you pen and notebook. You scribble furiously while she dictates the finer qualities of the dust and wind assaulting the car until her voice is hoarse.
That'll do.
She bangs on the roof.
Judith, let's go.
Surrounded by fields of corn and rye, a small farm lies fallow. Its tiny stable crumbles into disrepair, and foxtails sprout from its fields. Inside, the sunlight filtering in through two small windows turns to hazy gray shafts in the thick dust that blankets the interior. There's not much in the way of furniture, but on a rustic kitchen table, a handwritten note catches your eye. Now, it's addressed to Martha and unsigned. Her name is written in the stiff letters of a man for whom literacy is more a formality than habit. If you find this, I'm already gone. Don't come looking for me. Rest is scratchy spirals and circles of halfway readable writing about the noises from the cellar and the hunger in the darkness. The cellar door at the edge of the abandoned kitchen calls to your attention.
Well, I'm bad at making judgment calls, so let's go down.
The door is unlatched. The ground below is deeply stained with some dark residue you can't identify. Upon it, only ancient piles of chains and manacles, slowly turning to rust.
Okay, we got Indianapolis and Ohio. Okay. Let me hit up Indianapolis and then
A woman waits while a man in a truck fills 2 of her buckets with scoops of whitish powder from a bin. She sees you staring.
Want to make some cash?
She calls. She takes you up the drive to her farmhouse, where her son and daughter are mixing something in a metal barrel.
Locust bait.
She says,
Poison. The town bought enough for everyone, but we gotta mix it ourselves.
she'll pay you to help. You use a broom handle to mix the poison with bran. The teens watch from the porch, faces frozen in distrustful scowls. Their mother pays you well, but later in the day you feel lightheaded, tingling pins and needles all over. You feel only a little better after you vomit.
Just a moment there,
He says, shaking your hand.
I'm Paul Dalhart from the Republican Herald. You may have heard of it. Syndicated in 6 counties.
Oh, 6 counties, you say? My, oh my.
Well, no matter. But listen, you may have noticed a vocal few out there. I call them naysayers, who throw up their hands and fly the white flag as soon as life gets a little tough. But wouldn't you agree that it's never been a better time to live and do business in this country?
He nods happily, scribbles down your details for the paper.
I could tell you weren't a naysayer the first time I saw you. My thanks.
And his voice drops to a conspiratorial whisper as he palms you a quarter.
From a brother in arms.
Ooh, money. Too bad it doesn't tell me how much cash I have. Oh, never mind, it does. So full on cash, full on sleep. Yeah, no, just gotta get some heals. Verlassen, where's that at? The real question is, why would it take me back to Miami? Unless it's a way of fast travel. That'd be nice. Farmers loitering beside a couple crates of berries, idly watching the clouds go by. Waiting for the pickup, he says, trying to make small talk. Hey, you want to hear a wild story? He starts telling you about the lighthouse lamp, which would only burn in the presence of true love. Takes a couple of minutes, but suddenly you recognize it as a story about the blessed lighthouse sanctuary, where souls in love could find respite. Whoever told it to the farmer changed, well, a lot, but still pretty good. Oh, I can't remember, he says. I think I've known it for years, since I was a boy, for sure. That can't be right. Bullshit, he laughs. His laughter rings down the dusty road. You're a good joker, I'll give you that.
He's getting married, the soldier tells you. The two of you observe the church from the dusty road, straining to hear the faint joy of the ceremony transpiring within. I fought for 10 years to come home because she said she'd be here, waiting for me. And look, can you believe it? So what am I supposed to do? What does she expect? That I should throw myself from the nearest cliff? Walk into the ocean? He snorts, sets off down the road.
Oh shit, what's he gonna do?
He seems surprised to see you a few steps behind. No, he says. Where I'm going, you can't come. It's only then that you notice. There's something very wrong with his eyes.
Oh shit, he's either about to kill himself or kill her, or kill all three of them. Damn.
There's something wrong about this lonely farmhouse. The cows have unusual rain over the porch, and the open door shows a cow lying in the empty parlor. The flower boxes are still well tended, though. There's outgoing mail in the box. The moment you step inside the fence, an old woman screams,
Hey! Hey! This is private property!
You quickly realize that the sound is coming from under the porch. Indeed, you can see her hollering at you through the slats of the steps. You can see a parlor set up in the basin under the porch. A flowery armchair, a rug, and a little lacquered table.
This is an inhabited home.
The old lady barks.
The cows live upstairs and I live down here.
Above, a cow thumps its hoof. She twitches and startles. Her whole face melts.
Thank you.
She sobs.
Thank you.
With a sharp stick, you carefully urge the three cows inside the parlor to exit. Soon the place is completely empty, except for the manure. She still kisses the floorboards in gratitude.
I didn't want to tell anyone. They kept me trapped down there for weeks. I had to sneak out one piece of furniture at a time. At night.
She rushes to lock all the doors.
It was a mutiny. It won't happen again.
Well, that's definitely an odd one, but who am I to judge?
There's a truck parked here. The driver mistakes your look for curiosity.
You want to see something interesting?
He asks, pointing to the trunk. He opens it. There's hundreds of metal tubes with little numbered screw-on caps sorted in wooden racks.
We've been surveying, he said. It's my job to study soil health.
The trunk has a map taped to it, marked with numbered dots.
I can show you the one from your hometown if you see it here.
It's an official-looking map, but the state borders and rivers are wrong. Half your county is missing. The surveyor offers you a coin for directions to your hometown, but his notes are funhouse mirror English writing.
Fascinating,
He murmurs.
we learn so much from you folks.
And I made some decent cash. Listen to this, flirts a boy, ordering outside this grocery store. He works his way through a long and strange story about a deer which chose death over enslavement. There, he finishes. What do you think? Holy shit, you know this story. It's the story of the white deer, but wildly altered. For a couple of moments, you're too surprised to respond. Seriously, the boy insists. What do you think about that one? He smiled sheepishly. Thanks, he says. I heard it from my brother. Cincinnati. They used to call this place the Paris of America. And it's fitting. The new Union Station makes you feel like an ant, and the music hall is a hell of a place to look at too.
The corridors of Cincinnati's music hall reverberate with the sounds of an orchestra warming up for rehearsal.
If we unbolt the light rig, we can crush them,
Says a voice up ahead. No, another answers. Hiding Baldy's baton will be sufficient to stop the din. The tuxedoed men are slightly transparent. Mustachio on the right has his arms folded. The weaselly one on the left scowls. They start at your arrival.
I'm gonna undo those bolts.
Weasel feature vanishes into thin air.
Damn it all,
Says the other man.
we used to be members of the orchestra until, well, you know. Patrick doesn't care for the new blood. It seems like talent died with us, so he does his damnedest to stop them playing. But I can't allow violence against fellow artists. Help me stop him. With the right tool, you can banish them from the hall. You see, no spirit can stand the sound of the purest of all instruments. No. No. No.
He shakes his head, exasperated.
No. The triangle. The orchestra has
Oh,
one,
damn,
but
I
the
didn't know it was
percussionist
a
a sop.
triangle. Son of
He
a
never
bitch.
hits it right. If you can get there, you can ensure the only thing brutalized here today is Chopin.
The orchestra is midway through practice. They're in dire need of it. The percussionist dozes on his stool. Everyone's oblivious to the muttering from the lighting rig. You sprint down the aisle and elbow through the incensed musicians. The percussionist falls off his stool as you clamber over his xylophone. You grab the beater and bring it down onto the triangle, eliciting a pure, resounding note. And the rafters ring with laughter. The mustachioed ghost appears next to you, doubled over, invisible to the furious orchestra.
I never thought you'd fall for that. The triangle, for God's sake. Thanks for shutting them up, though.
And some ice cream. I'll probably look for work. Miraculously, you were one of the first people in the line when the factory doors opened. You joined a crowd of people streaming through the machine room toward the back. When the doors to the furthest storage room opened, through the folks in the front racks recoil. A few even scream. "You all get paid, don't you?" shouts the foreman. "Get in there, get in." The folks behind you shove forward, and soon you're pushed inside. Holy shit, this room is full of fucking snakes. "Grab 'em," shouts the foreman, passing out nets. "They're harmless." The remaining workers get over their fear and start swooping up snakes by the netful. The beast says, pathetically, you dump them into a chute in the far wall. It does pay pretty well. During lunch, you rest on the warehouse floor. The snakes pile up in a corner and watch you with enormous suspicion. It's then you glance out a window and notice a fading logo on the sign outside. Sylvester Bros, fine boots, poor snakes.
I won't leave much to find.
Alright, so cut through Ohio, make it up to Michigan, and yeah, that'll be all for today.
The man lowers his paper as you come near. His weather-beaten face is drawn. They say it's spreading. The dust is strangling the land. Half my cattle suffocated in the last storm. We cut open the carcasses to salvage the meat. They were filled with mud. He licks his cracked lips. They stay dry. His land is dying. If the harvest fails again, people will too. You look past him, over his dust-choked fields. You can't imagine anything growing here. There's as much luck to be had around here as there is rain. He glances at the empty sky, then fixes his eyes on you. Nah, harvest will fail, the land will die, and all this will turn to desert. You walk on, trying to ignore the feel of sand in your shoes. The Twisters touch down in a cornfield, fence posts flying in its wake. A huge black stallion charges toward the tornado. On its back, a cowboy whips his lasso through the churning air, nearly matching the Twister's speed. His wild laughter carries on the wind.
God damn it, Bill!
Another man hollers, clapping his hands to his hat to keep it from flying off.
Quit being a damn fool!
The man on the horse turns toward him and flashes a beatific grin before digging his heels harder into the horse's flanks. His Stetson goes flying, caught by a gust. He doesn't seem to notice. He barks a single yee-haw as he stands in the stirrups, leaning into the whirlwind. In a moment, man and beast are enveloped in the storm. All you can hear is Bill's wild laughter.
Oh, good place for me to rest. Oh, wonder who I'm gonna meet today.
Why, hello there. Look like that's a heavy bag you're carrying. Let me get that for you. I insist. You see this uniform? It means you can trust me to make sure this is the most comfortable journey you've ever had in your life. Who am I? Well, I'm no George, I'll tell you that. But that's not important. This trip is about you, friend. Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got any?
Oh, he wants a happy story. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I'm going to try my luck.
A positive attitude. That's what I like to hear. If you're looking for family, you know why a porter can treat a passenger better than anyone else? Because when you step on this train, you're family. It doesn't matter who you were before or who you're going to be after you step off. You got any stories with a bit of excitement to them?
Oh, he's looking for excitement. Okay, I got you. Where'd I put it now?
Whew, that's a wild one, all right. If you're looking for freedom, just think about how magnificent a train is, how the railroad binds this country together. Hop on and go anywhere. That's freedom, and that's my life. Have any optimistic tales? I'd like to hear one of those.
Okay. Optimistic. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like this one's an optimistic one.
Just like I told you, friend, miles of smiles.
Let's go.
Future? We're making it. There's never been anyone like us Pullman Porters. It's why we have so much pride. We're setting standards for future folks, and we know just how damn high those standards are. I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that true sadness to it.
Ooh, sadness. Okay, what we got? Oh, I haven't used this one in a hot minute.
Didn't expect to, but I'm actually tearing up over here. Love, I try my hardest to put all my heart into my service. But truth be told, I've never seen anything more touching on a Pullman train than a maid who knows how to treat a little baby just right. Know any good tragic tales? I feel in the mood for one of those right now.
Oh, another tragic. Okay, I got you. Oh, hang on. Oh, where did I see it? Yeah, Mason's off.
Damn, friend. That one hit me hard. Yeah, I got a few miles on it, but I don't think I'll be hearing that Phantom train anytime soon. Doesn't mean I don't make sure to always listen, just in case. Another night over. I surely did enjoy all those stories, though. Maybe next time I'll let down my hair a bit. What do you say? You must excuse me, friend. What kind of porter am I saying this trip is all about you, only to start talking about my own damn self? But enough of my indulgences. I hope I see you again.
Hey, Cleveland. And that was perfect storytelling. Did not fail a single one. Okay, so he's just a little bit back there. Almost made it to Michigan. Alright, let me mosey on in Cleveland for a bit.
Deep in the fields, you come across a group of young men clearing weeds and sod from a roadside plot. Pitchforks flying, weeds dying. You almost don't notice that the dark lump beside them is a dozing boy, lying smack dab in the middle of their work. There's an odd frenzy to the way these boys are ripping the sod apart. When they notice you approaching, they jog over and stand silently between you and their sleeping comrade. The youths share nervous looks. The oldest steps forward. Get going, he blurts, leveling a pitchfork at your gut. His hands are shaking. He seems serious. You step closer, and the ringleader loses his nerve. He died, he blurts. He was sweating and crying, and he just fell over. They won't come get us with the truck till sundown.
Oh, fuck.
You realize now that the sleeper's been posed. The ashy shadow on his face wasn't cast by a tree.
Damn, that is tragic as fuck. Holy shit.
The plants grow and blossom as you watch. The man goes down the line, applying a few drops from a vial as he goes. As the liquid soaks in, each plant pushes up from the soil, unfolding and stretching for the sky. He turns to you.
It's quite something, isn't it? Soy here strangles the crops. People are starving. But even when the plants survive, they don't grow fast enough to fill people's bellies.
He smiles.
My miracle formula will change that.
He shakes his head.
I'm not giving up my secrets that easily. The state will pay a lot of money for this.
He shakes the vial. He tears off a leaf.
Here, try some.
It's just bitter at first, but as you swallow, the fibrous mass burns in your throat. You fight to hold it down, and your stomach knots tight when the plant matter hits it. You cough and hiccup. The man looks at you, curious.
What do you think?
He waves a hand.
Well, yes, there are some kinks to work out, but people are starving. They can't be fussy. It won't be long before no one around here goes hungry again.
Your stomach protests. You feel like you'll be hungry again very soon indeed.
God, it's Michigan. My home state.
The girl tilts her basket away to hide whatever is inside.
You want to see what I got? I'm not telling.
She raises her eyebrows, encouraging you to pry further. This girl is either very confident or too young to know shyness.
Ha! Got you hooked. Too easy.
She twists her lips to one side, mimicking a more adult, thoughtful gesture.
I'll tell you what. I'll show you what's in the basket if you do something for me. Excellent. I want you to kill my mother.
Holy
She looks to
shit.
check if you're paying
That-
attention.
That went from
Then
0 to
points
100
to a
fast.
figure working
God
at the other end of
damn.
the field.
She's boring. She keeps making me work when I want to play.
Holy fucking shit, what is wrong with this girl? My God.
The girl bursts into peals of laughter. She doubles over the basket, laughing so hard she's barely able to stand. When she can speak again, she says,
You should have seen your face. You really should.
she beckons you over.
She's a fucking
Shows you her
psycho,
basket.
I swear.
3 kittens snuggle up at the bottom. They're barely old enough to open their eyes.
Ma gave them to me for being good. I've called them Badb, Matcha, and Anand. After a story Nana told me.
She preens.
I'm very clever, you know.
Yeah, you're very clever and an absolute fucking psycho. God damn. I mean, I almost went through with the killing of your mom. I mean, depending on how much you paid. Just saying. Anyways.
You've seen migrant camps before, and they tend to look like the town dump. This one, though, on a good day, this could pass for a town. Starched white tents stand tall and many, and a stroll through the grounds finds you neither trash nor trouble. You hear some chatter from a large tent on your left. On your right, a tent in the shadow of the trees emanates a soft buzz.
Oh, I'm a go left.
A bespectacled man reads from a black binder to an audience of about 24 migrants.
At this time,
He says,
Mr. Martin vacated the chair in favor of new chairman Mr. London. Mr. Lake was elected vice chairman. Mr. Lake was elected chairman of the Finance Committee. Mr. Horner and Miss Clive were the other members on the Finance Committee. Mr. Lake gave an instructive talk on the duties of that committee. Mrs. James displayed a lamp left by a camper which she suggested should be resold. Mrs. Schwartz made a motion that this be tabled until the next meeting. Total collection for the month, $143.70. Balance at the first of the month, $84.89. Deposits, $173. Bank statement balance, $248.07.
Why am I staying?
The speaker pauses to turn the page, and in that moment, he finally notices you, standing at the entrance.
What did you hear?
He says coldly. Every head in the place turns to face you at once, and you beat a retreat.
Oh shit. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty, Detroit City. Detroit. What's that weird feeling in the air? Something between dread and frantic optimism. Maybe. Everywhere you look, there's blooming factories filled with churning machines and new unions, they say.
The rain is coming down so hard, it's a wonder the sidewalk hasn't started to crack. You manage to find a narrow patch under a ledge where you can stay dry. A squat man, bundled up in a black fur coat and matching hat, approaches. The thick rain flattens and mats his fur. He squints up
you
at
pimp.
you.
You pimp.
You're in my spot.
He crows.
You pimp for sure.
He leans in. You catch a flash of wrinkled red skin and sharp yellow teeth.
I've been here a long time. You best show me respect.
And I won't back down. I'll stand my ground. No, I won't back down.
The man gives you a long look, then turns and keeps walking. A minute later, the ledge collapses. Falling brickwork catches you hard on the shoulder. You cover up to protect your head from more debris and get hit by a crashing wave of water from above. You stand there, dripping and dazed. The rain abruptly stops.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, let me try to earn some money. I mean, it's Detroit. Let me look for work. That bill needs to. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep, I've done this one before. Yep, try to find her. And let me regain my health. Man, I just love the music in this game though, like, oh, absolute bangers. One after fucking another.
She waits by the ruined mill, in an overcoat 2 sizes too big.
Look, over here. Look at this.
She yells.
This only happens once every 10 years, for Christ's sake.
She grabs your hand, and you both look at the black gear rolling west to cover the sun.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably look away.
You know it's dangerous to do that. You avert your eyes and make her do the same. She looks at you, out from under the brim of her hat, with wide eyes, deep and dark like black buttons, in her brown, weathered face. The cast of shadows rises up her body. She closes her eyes and nervously kisses you.
Oh, damn.
Just lightly. Her lips slightly wet and barely parted. Her hand touches your cheek. She softens, widens. The darkness blacks out you both.
Let's go. And what do we got?
Ride with us a little while, stranger.
It's a kind offer. Miles of dusty road through the rolling prairies have recast this landscape as an exhausting soup of wind and misery. There are 4 of them on the wagon, a perfect nuclear family. Mother, father, son, daughter, and a small fuzzy terrier trailing behind. But the pace of their movement is glacial. The draft horse ambles forward, one agonizingly slow step at a time.
Ain't no point rushing to get where we were going.
The wooden cart shivers with every pebble on the road that its wheels must laboriously traverse. The girl in the back pipes up.
The going's the point, see?
And why not? Why the hell not?
Time stretches wearily. The father sometimes makes half-inch adjustments to the horse's trajectory, keeping him from ambling off the road. There is some intimation that they are heading for Oregon, but at no point is it mentioned when they might arrive.
Alright, I'll make it down to the border of Indiana and Michigan, and I'll probably end stream. Oh shit, I need to find a place to camp out. Okay, where's the nearest camp? Okay, never mind, Ohio it is. Going back to Ohio. Oh, I gotta do this, of course. Of course. You wait in the soup line for over an hour. It's barely crawling along. You round the corner of the building and see, far away, a lone pair of nurses struggling to ladle out soup to hundreds. Gonna be waiting here a while longer, sighs the mother in line beside you. You and her get to talking. After a while, the topic drifts into a strange place as she starts telling you about the man who had traveled 600 miles to find a single job. You recognize it as the story about the couple parted by unemployment. By way more outrageous than your virgin. You tell her your version. That's not as exciting, she says diplomatically. I mean, it sure sounds realer than what I heard, but I think Toby likes mine best. She bounces her child encouragingly on her hip, but Toby's too hungry to smile. Back to Franklin.
It's a funny thing, someone looking right through you. But don't lie to me, friend. I know you want to know the truth, what it really means to be a porter. Well, I can tell you it's more than making white folks happy. That's just how it's supposed to. But you go on so long being how you're supposed to, you're not quite sure how to go back to what you are. Though I suppose I can give it a try. Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got me?
Oh, a happy story. Okay, I got you.
That's a tall one. Don't pull my leg, okay?
Oh, son of a bitch, you didn't like it.
Travel. It's not just people riding on these railroads. See, most days I'll pick up a newspaper or a magazine or an album somebody left behind. Then I'll give it a read or a listen and maybe even sell it someplace where they don't know Bessie Smith yet. Tell me something that'll make me laugh. I could use a chuckle.
Something that'll make me laugh. Oh, shoot. Do I even have any funny stories? Shit. I don't think I have any funny stories. I mean, I guess I got this one. It's a long shot, but I'll try it.
Oh, that's a good one. Very good.
Oh,
When they want to liven spirits up, to bring each other joy, all railroad folk tell the story of the steel-driving man, John Henry.
oh yeah, John Henry.
But only us porters talk about Big Old Daddy Joe, the best porter who ever lived. I've always been more partial to that tale. You seem like you've seen a few spooky things in your time. Want to share them?
Alright, spooky. Spooky. Okay, let's see. Oh, Silent Twins, that's a good one. That's a good one. But then I could also tell him, ooh, Fortune Teller. Okay, let me go with this one.
Whoa, you're giving me some good material. My brothers will love that one. Fortune. A porter lives or dies on the good fortune of passengers. One day a nice man could give you a generous tip. The next day he could steal a towel. And guess who's paying for the replacement? Have any optimistic tales? I'd like to hear one of those.
Oh shit, optimistic. Okay, what do I got? That one's sad. No, that one's even sadder. Oh shit. I think I might fail this. No. Yeah, no, I think, actually, I feel like this one, I think it was an optimistic one. I would try my luck.
A positive attitude. That's what I like to hear.
Oh, you liked it.
I've heard some porters say that even up in heaven, we're gonna be the ones making the beds, shining the shoes, and cleaning the coins. I believe it. Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got any?
Okay, good happy one. Good happy. Oh, okay. I feel like this one's the best choice I got.
Just like I told you, friend. Miles of smiles.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, love. Yeah. Porters like to spread news amongst ourselves. And nothing is more newsworthy than a phone number a pretty little Piola just happened to leave behind. Don't tell anybody, but that's how I met my last girl in Holland. Another night over. I've got to get going. My journey takes me down the rails this way, but it was good talking to you. And how'd you like that, Sharon? Our dark silhouette's a little easier to make out. Sooner or later, the whole world's got to know what we really are and what's it really like. That's the only way we're really gonna matter to anyone besides ourselves. And now that you know the bad, doesn't the good sound that much better? Sharing goes both ways, though. Is your truth a little more complicated, too?
Fuck it, I'll keep on playing. I'm like so invested in this right now. Okay, where's he at? Okay, so he's over in Pennsylvania, okay. Alrighty, let's make some tracks. I love the music change though, I love that. Hold up. That is absolutely awesome. I love it. I know this game has absolutely amazing music, like diversity. As soon as I cross that border, as soon as I cross this border, like, I love how the music changes. Like, ooh. Hang on, just gonna vibe here for a couple of seconds. And then boom. Northeast.
Well, I'm gonna scrawl my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman come for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much behind to drag it down.
You weren't supposed to see this. Outside town, two men, identical, stand sentry over a third body half covered with a canvas sheet. Might as well grab a shovel being that you're here, the man in front says. When you hesitate, he makes an appeal to your Christian charity. You and John dig a hasty grave while his brother stands back, keeping a lookout. Closer now, you see the corpse shares their face. Tom was the oldest by an hour, John says. Oh, I guess George and me, we got a few hours on him now.
Man, that is dark humor, and I love it.
Mean son of a bitch. Beat the life out of us. Did it our folks that way. Got to be too much, so last night we said we'd do him in. George dragged him out here to do it. I would have helped, you know, but George is a strong one out of me and him. Thank Jesus Tom's gone. I thought I'd have trouble saying that, but I don't. John squints at the body, then freezes. Wait, Tom's nose wasn't bent like that. Despair floods his face. He looks ready to throw up. You leave him to it.
When the night come down for the
You know what? Nope.
Nope.
I'm not even going to question it. I'm not even going to question it. Gonna keep on moving along.
The bull lounges by this construction site, basking in the bitter sun. Upon his head is a silver crown shrouded in tongues of pale fire. Laborers periodically wander past, seemingly unconcerned. The bull catches your eye. You realize you've been staring.
Yeah, no, I don't want to, I want to die, so I'm gonna greet the bull.
The bull arches his head languidly away from you. I'm waiting for my friend, he informs you airily. Now all the laborers are stopping and staring. Feeling reproved, you mosey along.
This bar is crowded with people from every walk of life. Businessmen, young men in muddy overalls, and a crowd of girls in slinky dresses, preparing their blood alcohol content for a night on the town. But it's the squat, sharp-eyed man in the fedora who catches your attention. He launches into a wild story about the haunted hotel by the ghosts of twin toddlers. Halfway through, he stops, recognizing the look on your face. You know this one. You tell him the story about the silent twins. That's it. I think I like mine more. So that's why I'll keep telling it in my way, he says. Let's get another round and do a competitive test on the other folks here, shall we? By the end of the night, the whole bar agrees. The new version is better. It might be because your new friend bought them all drinks. Alright, Franklin chapter 3.
Some people like to think of porters as some special kind of black
What
folks.
the actual
I
fuck?
suppose that's true. I know I don't always correct them. But we ain't special. Not really. No matter where I go in this country, I'm a black man before anything else.
Well, damn, he wears the mask of many faces. I respect that. I respect that.
That was true before I put on this uniform, and it's gonna be true long after I'm buried. Anyway, you must have some funny stories to tell. Share one.
Alright, he wants a funny one. I'll give him a funny one. I've been saving this one for a good hot minute.
I'll keep this story in my pocket for sure. It'll make some passenger laugh. Travel is changing the world, friend. When we drop off a new jazz album someplace folks ain't never heard it before, we're dropping off a bit of the new culture. We help it spread. Now, we ain't writing those damn songs, but I think that's worthy of some credit. Have any optimistic tales? I'd like to hear one of those.
Oh, optimistic. Hold up. I mean, was that an optimistic one, though? I mean, it was definitely strange. No, definitely not that one. No, I feel like this one might be my best one.
Just like I told you, friend, miles of smiles. I had a moment of joy the other day when I met a porter by the name of Oscar Michelle. Brother showed me some of those moving pictures they got now. He's been working on some of his own, too.
Oh.
Glad to know they ain't just for white folks. Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got me?
Ooh, a happy story. I got you. Happy story. Okay, hang on. Definitely not none of those. Happy story, okay. Oh, Paper House. Yeah, you're gonna like it. It's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Happy story, happy story. I don't really have any happy stories, but I guess I'll go with this one.
Might not be telling that one to the boys, actually. Faith? I've got faith. Folk tales, Negro spirituals, Bible stories. It's all coming from the same place.
You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Folks in tough times need to believe something bigger than themselves can help them. Sometimes it's God. Other times it's Big Daddy Joe. You got any stories with a bit of excitement to them?
Ooh, excitement. Okay, I definitely got that. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let me go with this one.
Didn't I hear that story on the radio? You told it better, though. Authority. Well, delivering the news is how we shape our own stories. Telling tales is one thing, but putting them on paper makes it all the more real. Hey, do you know any spooky stories I can share with the boys tonight?
Ooh, spooky. I can do you one better.
Damn, that's a good one. If you got any more like that, you should write them down. Traps? Well, I'm about as free as a black man can get. But there's still so much that's got me trapped. My train, my boss, my money, my face, my smile. Here's the sun. I've got to get going, friend. But this conversation has me so excited. I'd love to continue. I'd love to tell you more about what I and men like me can be in this world. I'm headed this way next. Will you look for me if you find yourself there?
And that's where I'm actually... Hold up. Before I end stream here, let me do one more thing. You spend a while in the cool shade at a gas station. You notice 3 kids sitting beside their family car, while their parents argue loudly. with the cashier inside. The children seem embarrassed. You see the oldest brother lean over and distract his siblings with a story. He starts telling them a story about the apple orchard planter who planted 10,000 trees. You realize almost instantly that he's telling a new version of the tale of John Chapman, his orchard, and his dog, with new, exciting, over-the-top details. When the parents come stomping furiously out of the gas station, you make yourself scarce, missing the ending of the boy's new story. But the part you heard is definitely easy to remember. It'll stick with you for a while. And this is where I'm gonna end stream. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day, night, wherever you're at, where you're from. Just want to say, fucking why not? Let's do one more. Nice, gained a little bit of money. Alright, yeah, I'll end things off in Buffalo. I kinda went back a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going back. The waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she says. I heard it happened to her daughter's friend, it's true. She noticed you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? She regales you with a story about the vulgar ghost trapped in a bottle. Halfway through you realize that it's the story of the tree with bottles on its branches, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? The waitress exclaims. Sure is. She agrees. And true, every word of it. Oh, Mason, Chapter 2.
First, Ma and Pa wanted me and Paul on the front lines. They wanted someone to be proud of, and I did as they asked. Then the government wanted me to take an IOU, and I did. When there were no more jobs, I, along with thousands of others like me, went and asked Hoover to pay up. General MacArthur was so scared of us, he brought in goddamn tanks to keep us from tearing apart DC. Know any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore.
Good jokes. Alright, let's see what we got here. Probably hitting a little bit too close to home, but why not?
And that's what you think when you think of tragedy. Huh. My journey? If you look at it all at once, it'll overwhelm you. It'll hurt your mind. If you take it day by day, then it won't hurt quite so much. My foot bears it a bit better. Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones? For a moment there, just a moment, I felt better about it all too. Love? All the connections, which is what love is, isn't it? Drowned in the mud in no man's land with Paul. But love comes in so many forms. I love now the ability to walk more dearly than ever. I love more deeply the sun and the earth. So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
Oh, about this one.
Wish I could tell that one to my sister. When the memories swirl, I find joy again. Between the trenches, I catch a glimpse of Paul before he was gone. And the time before that, well, that was joy to me. Tell me a happy story. Something to make the world seem kind.
I think this might do it. Oh, never mind.
I don't mean to be rude, but civvies don't understand what real tragedy is. Heaven. I've already seen it. It's a little clean for my taste, but since Paul's there, you won't hear me complaining. That can't be true. That sounds like a Navy tale. Freedom. Not many of us are free from suffering. Well, war's doing the opposite of stopping that. Well, morning's come. The road takes me this way next. Wish it were taking me home. The family always did like Paul more anyhow. Loyalty to him is the only loyalty I don't regret. Even the other soldiers of the bonus army, they have families to go back to. I got my sister Jessie, and she's not letting her gimp brother home anytime soon.
Alright, let me end it here by seeing how this tale's run. After gossiping for a while about the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, he takes a different track. You look like someone who likes a good story. he wheezes. Try this one on for size. After loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you the story of the Thunderbirds swooping and darting around the high places. It sounds a lot like the story of the Thunderbird people who fly when they fall from heights, but with some parts changed and other parts added. When he grins up at you, the conclusion of the tale, you give him the effusive praise. He apparently accepts him. You'll have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. Alright, let me just cross into Pennsylvania here. And that's Rumble Anthems. Alright, hope everyone has a great rest of their day, night, wherever you're at, wherever you're from. Thank you for stopping